Hi, Tom here and welcome to this week's new video, how to draw a house in one-point perspective from 3 different angles. In this video, I'll show you how to draw a house from 3 different angles in one-point perspective. The first step is to draw a horizontal line slightly below the middle of your page. Next, draw a cross on the right-hand side of the horizontal line for our first vanishing point. Now draw 2 diagonal lines from this vanishing point to the left side of the page. These 2 lines will represent the top and the bottom height of our first building. Next, draw a vertical line for the left-hand edge and then another vertical line for the right-hand edge of our first building. Now on the left-hand side, we can make this vertical line into one side of a rectangle, and this will be the side of our first building. Next, we can draw a triangle for the roof of our first building just by drawing a triangle on top of this rectangle. And then from the top point of this triangle, we can draw another line to our vanishing point, and this will be the top edge of the roof. And now we can copy the angle of the front of this triangle to find the same angle for the back end of the roof, and we can repeat this angle again in the middle of the roof to create 2 houses, and then just add 1 vertical line below it. Time to erase some of the lines that we no longer need. Next, draw a line to the vanishing point for the top line of the doors and windows. We can just add some vertical lines below this line to make the doors and windows. We can just draw another line to the vanishing point to find the bottom of all of the windows. So once you've chosen where you want the windows to stop, you can just draw a line from that point to the vanishing point, and that will show you where all of the windows, which are in a row, where they would all stop in one-point perspective. Now we can repeat this process above to draw more windows. We can find the lines of these new windows by drawing vertical lines up from the earlier windows below. Once you've got all the basics looking okay in your drawing, we could add some chimneys. First, draw a rectangle to the top of the triangle on the left. And now once we've got this rectangle, we can find the side of the chimney by drawing horizontal lines from the top and the bottom of the chimney going to our vanishing point. In this drawing, all the horizontal lines on the right of this building, all these lines will go to the single one vanishing point that we have, because they're all getting smaller as they're going away from us. Once we have the basics of this first block of buildings done, we can start to darken some of the lines and maybe thicken the line under the roof and some of the lines in the windows and doors. We could add some chimney pots on each of the chimneys and a bit of details to the windows. Now in one-point perspective, all of the parallel lines go away from us will be going to this single vanishing point because they're all part of the same building and they're all parallel to each other within the building. But if we want to draw a different group of houses which aren't parallel to the first group of houses, we can just draw another vanishing point on our horizon. Now, for this second vanishing point is only going to be used by this new group of houses, as it were. It's their vanishing point, only used by them. We could add another third vanishing point on our horizontal line for a house on the left. Again, this new vanishing point, this third vanishing point, is only to be used for the new house on the left. And in this way, we can make a picture in 1 point perspective, but actually using 3 vanishing points. But each of the groups of houses is only using 1 vanishing point. Once we have the outlines of the house, we could add some tone, some shading to the sides of the buildings. For this drawing I'm using a 4B pencil. There are some details of the art materials I use in the video description. As I've said, in this drawing, if you have a different block of buildings, they don't need to follow the same 1 vanishing point. They can have their own 1 vanishing point. So this drawing actually is a drawing in 1 point perspective. But there are 3 groups of buildings, and each block of buildings has its own 1 point perspective going on. So as long as all of the vanishing points are on the same horizon, because the horizon is the height of the eye of the viewer, they need to be on the same horizon line. And you just need to be careful that you don't mix up using more than 1 vanishing point for any one group of buildings. So each group of buildings has its own single vanishing point, and that's it. And then you can get a variety of different buildings at different angles, but all in 1 point perspective. We can draw a curve for the road. Now this curved road will be getting much wider as it approaches us. I will also draw some trees in the background, I think. We could draw a dark tree here at the end of these houses on the right, and then some thinner trees behind the houses on the left and the right. And then in between the houses in the middle, I could draw a little bit of a hill and some trees around this area too. I think I might put some plant pots outside the houses. I'll add some shadows to the trees on this hill, and the light's sort of coming from the left hand side, so I'll make the shadows go to the right. I'll also add some tone to the sky using the side of a pencil and then just smudging it with my finger or an eraser to get a sort of mid-tone in the sky, but I'll leave a little patch of lighter part of the sky on the left hand side as the sort of light source to create the shadows which are going to the right. We could add some smaller details to the windows of the houses. I think I'll erase these plant pots, they're not really needed in this drawing. I'll add some dark reflective shadows too to the buildings, just sort of shadows going down, so anything in the building that's dark I'll just make a reflective darkness below it as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find it useful for your own drawings. I post a new video every Saturday. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Circle Line Art School, so that you can watch all of the videos as they come out. Thank you very much for watching this one, and see you next time.